Okay, so this is a quick little video on how to use MyFitnessPal. So when you first have MyFitnessPal, you will enter a screen that looks like this. So at the top, I've got my goal calories and the food I've already eaten today. So first of all, we need to set our goal calories. So this will be if you've gone for the nutritional package, you will have these breakdowns from me. So go to the More tab, go to Goals, and under Nutritional Goals, select the calorie, carbs, protein, and fat goals. So from here, the calories, you can see my target is 2,100. So I can go in here and change this at any time. So for example, 2,200. And press OK. So here you can see as well that I've got percentage breakdown of my macronutrients. That's the carbs, proteins, and fats. So you should have a breakdown of targets for these if you are in that package. So what we need to do here is you can see it's got the grams and the percentage next to it. If you pay for the premium version of MyFitnessPal, you are able to select just the grams, which gives you a better and more accurate reading. For the purpose of this video, I've just set it to percentages as that's what you will see on the free version. So say I want to go in and select my carbohydrates, I just select carbs here, and you can toggle with the percentage and you can see the grams do change. So just try and get it to close as possible to what I've put on your breakdowns. Once you're happy, select the tick box. But as you can see next to it, you've got the grams version. I've got the premium version, so I can select the grams. But if you don't, you'll just have to have the percentages. So I'm just going to select the tick box there, and that's set my goals. So now just going into the diary, so just pressing back, going into my diary. As you can see here at the top, you've got your goals and the food. It does show plus exercise. I've turned this off because all the calorie targets I've set do include or have taken into consideration the exercise. So I don't want the calories adjusted from the exercise I've done. So as you can see here, I've got my meal 1, which I've had today. Again, it's underneath meal 1. It does have my breakdown per meal of my macronutrients. That is because I have the premium version. But it does have the amount of calories I've had for that meal. So if I want to add a food, I'm just going to go down to meal 2 here. I can select add food, and you can either search here. So if I wanted to search maybe baked beans, for example, it's coming up here because I've already used these. I can select from here, or if you have the barcode, you can see you can scan barcode symbol, which you can scan the labels of anything, makes it a lot quicker. So say I'm going to add in my baked beans. You can see here it's serving size, it does per 100 grams. You can change this if needed. And number of servings, like for example, if I've got 140 grams, I put 1.4. And the calories and the macronutrients will adjust as so. You can change this to fractions or decimal. I find decimal a lot easier because you can do like the point of the grams. And then I'm going to tick that I'm happy with that. And as you can see, this is now added into my diary and my calories have adjusted at the top. Now say I'm having like a meal quite often, so I want to save it down so I don't have to keep entering all the separate ingredients each time. So if we add more foods to this, I'll show you how to do that. So say I've had some eggs with that as well, maybe some bacon. Okay, so that's my meal there. So this is something I have very often. So what I can do is if I can use these 3 dots, save as meal, and here I could put beans, bacon, and egg on toast. And I'll save that down. So now it says my meal has been created. So to find these meals, all I need to do is if I go to the More button, and then here you can see my meals, recipes and foods. So if I go to my meals, there you can see beans, bacon and egg on toast, it saved it down. So if I ever want to select that meal again, it's a lot easier. So the other things we have in here as well is recipes. So these are a list of recipes that I've saved down that I use quite frequently. So to create a new recipe, just select create new recipe. You can either add from the web or enter your ingredients manually. If you add from the web, you can copy and paste the URL. This will then copy across all the ingredients from that website. You can go in and amend to suit your brands or what, the actual ingredient that you use. Additionally, you can just add ingredients manually and do it that way and save down your recipes. It just becomes a lot quicker. It's a lot more work at the beginning to add in the recipes, but once you've got them saved down, if it's something you use quite frequently, it does save a lot of time. So my foods as well, this is things that might not come up when you scan the barcode. So what I like to do is add it in manually. So I've got lots of different things in here. So when I've used HelloFresh boxes, it gives you the nutritional breakdown. So I've just added those in manually. So going back to my diary, so if I go to add food now, I just want to show you that it does say recipes. So it's got all those recipes there. I've got my meals. So the meals I've added, that beans, bacon and egg on toast shows there. Or you've got my foods and things that I said you can add in manually. So that's the basics of using MyFitnessPal. It's a really good tool for tracking. I would suggest measuring out where you can to get an idea of portion sizes. But once you've got this idea, you don't have to measure everything out exactly each time. It's just that you get a visual for how much 100 grams looks like, for example. And then at the top, obviously, you've got all my goals. So you can see now I've got 1,178 calories remaining for the rest of the day. So hopefully that's given you a bit of a breakdown on how to use MyFitnessPal. Of course, MyFitnessPal has their own help pages and topics that you can look at. So if there is anything else that you want to know, you could look these up or just ask me. That's not a problem.